Hey guys, it's Jeff. I hope you guys are all doing really well today. It's time for part 6 of the 1/10 scale 3D printed 88mm Flak Gun. Sorry, it's been probably 10 or 12 days since I made a video, but I have accomplished a little bit. I had a lot of things going on with different things, and I've been spending a lot of time on the computer playing with 3D modeling and things. Let me hang on just a second. There's something I designed in Fusion 360, or it's actually AutoCAD Fusion. The 360 is not part of the name anymore. And I'm finding it a lot of fun to turn a drawing into something like that. Oh, this is 3D printed on a resin printer. You can see well, you probably can't through there. I've got another room back here with 3 printers, 2 FDM printers and 1 resin printer, and my paint booth are all in there, along with all my paints and everything on the walls. That's kind of where I do everything that's got to be vented. I've got a paint booth in there that's double wide, and whenever I go in there and mess with the resin or anything, I turn on both fans in the printer or in the paint booths, and it vents the room real well. Anyway, along the 3D printing line, I printed this, which is a 1/10 scale round for the 88. I'll get it painted up in brass and everything soon, but I also on Colts 3D I ran across this guy right here. This is a real sized 88mm round, pretty close to 3 feet tall. It's 7 or 8 pieces of 3D printed, FDM printed plastic. I'll glue it all together and I'll paint it when I can. I've got a little bit of sanding to do on it to make it nice and smooth and things, but I'll be painting that soon. But that's life size right there. Took a little while to print it. Took about a roll and a half of filament. So cost-wise, it's probably cost me $25 maybe to 3D print that. Anyway, I've got some parts painted. I need to put the wheels together and a few other things for the 1/10 scale 88. So let me change the camera around and we'll get it down on the bench, and then we'll see about getting some stuff put together. Okay? Alrighty, guys. I'll be right back. Thanks. Okay, there's 8 tires that make up the set. I've already put together a few of them. This paint, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but I'm using a craft paint. I decided to try something different. Since this model is so big, it would cost a lot to buy, modeling paint, Vallejo or in any of the major brands. I've mixed up a couple of these, and what I did basically is it's apple barrel paint, King's Gold, 2 of those, and 1 burnt umber. Okay, so that's 6 ounces. And then I put just about 1 ounce of white and just a little bit of water to thin it. It sprays just fine, no problems at all. And I like the color. It may not be an exact match for the sand that the Germans used in World War II in North Africa, but I think it looks fine. So anyway, I've made these up already. They're still not quite dry, but they're getting there. Um, these come with a little cap. What I'll do, what we have to do when they're installed is there's bearings in here, and I've already installed the bearings. And then when you put them on the axle, there's a screw that goes through with a little cap, and then a hubcap over that to finish it off. So that's what they'll look like once they're actually on the vehicle, or on the gun, the bogey for the gun. So I'll put the other ones together on camera. I just wanted to do a couple of them, make sure I had everything lined up correctly, working correctly. These are the parts. I got 2 tires, 2 of just the rims, and a back rim and a front rim. These will be for the other ones. And then there's a little spacer that goes between them. And then the hubcap and stuff, of course. The bearings are real easy to install. These are actually designed for skateboards. So the model was actually designed to be towed behind an RC vehicle. So the wheels do rotate. I didn't print them in, I think it's called TPU, which is kind of a rubbery material. I printed them in a harder PLA. Although I don't really intend on towing this one around. But the detail's all pretty good. The tread looks good and everything. One of the things about FDM printing is, they have to go on a build plate. So this side's got some curve to it like a sidewall, but this side is flat. And these will be, the flat sides will go to the inside where you won't even see them. So it all works out just fine. But what I have to do is glue these parts in. So this thinner one and this one are the back, and this one here and this is the front, and then the spacer goes in between. So I'm still using that acrylic glue. This is not extra thin. I'm just using an extra thin bottle because it's convenient to use. It is a little stringy. It does take a little bit of time to clean up the stringy stuff once you put them together. But what I've been doing, let's see, I'm going to do the good side to the inside. It's just going around and dabbing some glue around on the inside in places. I don't think it needs to necessarily be glued all the way around. You can see the stringies, which are real easy to clean up. Okay, that's pretty much all the way around, and then this will fit in here. Okay, you can see all the stringy stuff. It's pretty easy to come off. This glue is kind of rubbery, but it works really well on the 3D printed PLA. I've actually found that taking a little duster and going over takes the stringy stuff off real well. So then we have to do this on the other side. It's basically the same operation, just a little here and there. The person that designed this particular model, I think he goes by the it's Redneck 3D or 3D Redneck. I don't remember now. I've got a link in the description to his page on Colts 3D. And he also has a Facebook page, but he just recently announced that he's almost ready to release the files for a new kit, which is a half-track with an 88mm Flak gun on the back, mounted actually on the half-track. So that might be my next 3D printed model. I got just a little bit of glue oozing there. It's going to be pretty easy to clean up. Put that there for now. Okay, it kind of balls up when it starts to dry. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, then we'll go ahead and do the front one. In the front one I want the detail part to the outside, so it'll go like so. But it looks really nice. On the Facebook page he's got some CAD drawings of the half-track with the gun on it, and they're not 100% finished. He doesn't have tracks on the pictures or on the drawings yet. What I'm pretty sure he's doing is he has a half-track model already, a FAMO, and he has this model, so he's actually combining the two and making a different vehicle. Kind of sounds like a lot of modeling companies, like Mini Art, for example, combining things and recombining things to make new kits. Okay, all them little fuzzy parts there. They come off pretty easy. Let's see here. Still got a little bit. Okay. And then the back side. So I've been spending a lot of time with Autodesk Fusion, learning how to design parts. I've designed a few, as I showed at the intro, just basically as a test, just learning how to do things. Eventually I want to design my own stuff. I've got some stuff in mind that there are no commercial models available for that I would really like to have. Just stuff that's not appealing to the masses, I guess you'd say. Okay, get that frizzy stuff off of there. And then we've got this little spacer that goes inside. And it sits right in here like this. We'll put a little glue on the end of this. I should be moving the camera a little farther in, shouldn't I? So I'm more centered in the screen. I've got a long ways to go to match the camera skills of Ron Calverley at the model ship. Hi, Ron. I hope you're enjoying this. He's a real camera buff and a model builder, so I really enjoy the the videos, not only the model building, but also how he actually does the photography. Just a little more there. It is stringy. Okay, and they go together like that, and I line up the spokes where they look nice. Okay, we'll just set that aside and let them dry. I've got one more to do, but I'll probably just go ahead and excuse me, just go ahead and do this one off camera since you've already seen me do it. But I'll be right back, okay, guys? And I'll show you all of them finished. Be right back. Thanks. Okay, guys, there's all 4 of them done up. I'm gonna let them dry for a while before I end the video. I'll put them on the gun, on the bogies, and I'll just take a picture. So I'll have that at the end, okay? But these, these little hubcaps here will not be glued on. They're just a kind of a press fit. But anyway, those I think turned out pretty well. I've got something else that I've been painting and working on. We can get those put back together. So let's set these to the side. Here's the parts for the communication reels. I got those painted, and we can get those put back together today. And I also got the little toolboxes. The little toolboxes are all painted now. I'm going to go back and I'm going to paint the latches and stuff and do them a little detail on the hinges and things. But those are all painted. These really don't require any special attention until I just glue them on when they're done. So we'll set those aside. These just got a little axle. I go through here, and then we put a reel on there, like so. Put a screw back through them, and those will be done. So let's see. I've got to find my screwdriver here. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's it. Okay. We've got like so. Get that started. Then later on I'll touch these screws up with the brown paint, desert tan paint. Okay. And these will just glue on that little rack on the fenders of the bogies. So there's one done. Okay. They do give you the option of 3D printing just a spool. If I had a cable that I was happy was about the right dimensions, I'd use that instead. But this works just fine. I think it looks good. I'm seeing a few little layer lines in here, but I don't think they look bad at all. Up close you can see them, but from any distance they're good. So we've got I'll be pulling the model down to its basic larger pieces here real quick, and then start painting some of the big pieces, the barrel and so forth. And then we'll have it all done up. I do have a few little controls on the gun that I printed with the FDM printer that I redid with resin, and I'll show you in a minute. I just wasn't real happy with the detail I got from the FDM. Well, that's kind of going in crooked on me. Do I have it in the right place? Yeah, but my screw's in there crooked. That's better. Just take a minute to put these together. Okay, there's number 2. There we go. I've had an interest for a long time in World War I trench trains. Don't see any models of them anywhere. Nobody models them that I'm aware of, and you don't see much about them. But I would really like to do a diorama to begin with, and maybe a layout at some point if and when I have the space. I find that the trench trains really interesting. All the logistics and the there's Jordan making a noise, and I'm missing a screw here. Let's see, where'd that put it? There it is, right there. Jordan's making a little noise. He must be wanting his lunch. Okay. Okay. I'll touch the heads of those screws up. Look fine. Okay. There's our 4 reels for the communication cables. Now, what I was talking about earlier, this is, and I'll put pictures up, but this is one of the gauges that shows you the one's elevation and one's azimuth. I'm not sure which is which. I'd have to look, but the details in them are okay. But I went back and I redid them with resin, and the details much sharper. So I'll be painting the resin ones up and using those instead of these. I also printed up the little grills that go over them to protect them. I'll put pictures of this stuff up so you can see it up close. I know you can't with the video, but I'll be using the resin parts there. I may reprint a couple of other parts that I think are probably going to look a little bit better with a little more detail. But that's about all I have done right now, ready to go. So look for those pictures at the end. and hopefully I'll have another video out real soon. So you guys all have a really good day, and I appreciate you watching. So we'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye-bye.